Hi, this is Uyen
and German boyfriend, and welcome to another episode of our new podcast,
Culture Cuddles, where we talk about experience of living and loving abroad.
We were very happy to see how you guys enjoyed our first podcast. It was very fun for us as well. And yeah, now we are already in the second episode.
Yay! What is the topic for today, honey?
The topic for today is everyday life of mixed couples. So any expectations about our today's topic?
I feel like there would be a lot of drama and fighting on those comments from the stories. Because from my experience of living with German boyfriend, the first year wasn't that roses and how do they call it? Like full of roses and lavender and things like that. It's just two different cultures living together could be catastrophe. That's what I learned.
Yeah. The thing is that we even had harder conditions. We moved here in 2019 and then the pandemic hit. So we were even locked in, literally during the lockdown together. Actually, It was way nicer than we thought. We really enjoyed that time.
The thing is, I have never feel like strangling him yet. So I don't think it is going to be that bad. I hope nobody is mentioning strangling under the comment section there.
By the way, today's comments are still from the comment section from our last podcast and some other videos. In the future, please go to culturecuddles.com and submit your own stories so that we can read them out here and discuss them together, react to them together, and enjoy them together.
Yeah.
So the next comment is from Debeb7776. They wrote, my husband is also from Vietnam, and the random phone calls of his family are so insane. We'd be in the supermarket and my husband's dad would FaceTime and my husband would be shouting in the grocery store. And I hate it when suddenly he would even shove the face into my face as well.
Do my family call me that often, honey?
Yes. Usually Uyen is at home while I'm at work. So I don't notice it that often, but then at the weekend or when I'm on holiday, I will be at home and then I will first notice how many times the phone is ringing and then how loud it gets.
I have one very important rule. I never turn down a phone call from family.
And that's very sweet, actually.
Whenever they call me, I answer, no matter if I'm in a restaurant, if I'm outside, if I'm on a bus or train, or I don't know. Whatever, whenever they call me, I'll answer. And normally they just call for also by random stuff anyway. We never text each other. When we need something, we call. When we don't need something, we call. We call all the time. Sometimes there's nothing to talk about. So they just put the phone there and then they just go on their day and then I just keep cleaning and then sometimes I talk one or two sentences.
That is actually kind of the weirdest thing. When you don't notice that the phone is still running, and then you walk there and then you suddenly look into the eyes of your soon-to-be sister-in-law and you're like, hi.
And the worst part is my sister call me very often, but because they're also busy, but they still try to call me, right? So whenever we talk to each other, they're always on their phone doing something, either working or scrolling or entertaining themselves. Sometimes they turn on the camera and then I can see it in their eyes, their eye was not focused. Or sometimes they don't turn on the camera and I still can hear it. And I was like, girl, stop it. You're talking to me. And they were like, how could you even know that?
Yeah, but you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, because they do that to me. Whenever I talk to them, they just don't really listen.
But also when I call you.
Sorry, it's my family fault. It's not my fault, honey. Yeah, but we can be very loud. It's impossible to talk to Vietnamese people without being loud via the phone because otherwise nobody could hear you.
Yeah, but you know that there's something in between you called the internet that brings your voice there. Honey, you don't need to shout so that they understand you 9,000 kilometers further.
Honey, I would rather take that than whatever you have with your family. I think I mentioned that one.
That's too personal now.
I think I mentioned that once. German boyfriend scheduled call with his family on a Saturday, right? At 2 p.m. normally. They would confirm it an email every week. And they only call once. accidentally his father called him during the week and not on the day that they agree upon, he assumed that something very bad has happened, not because his father would miss him or something.
I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that, but my parents are like some of the most loyal followers of Uyen. They watch everything. They understand half of it. But
Do they? Do they understand even half of it? I don't think so.
like, it's very funny because my dad doesn't really speak much English at all, and my mom just a little bit. And then she's explaining it to my dad. But sometimes it's also a little bit like, I don't know, like that game where you whisper in each other's ears and you need to tell it to the other one, because then she's explaining him something that is not in the video at all.
Yeah.
Okay, but that is not what I wanted to talk about, actually. I wanted to say that now, whenever they are actually calling me spontaneously, because they didn't schedule, they pick up now and they say like, hey, is it okay now? Because we didn't schedule a date.
Because they watched the video that I exposed them for that. Yeah, I mean,
my dad finds it very funny, actually.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have like a comment under this comment where someone tried to explain that. Evil Pop-Tarts answered, a lot of phone service sometimes in Vietnam is bad. They can't hear you sometimes unless you yell, especially if they live or work on a busy street where there are lots of motorcycles going by. There are lots of older relatives in Vietnam who can't hear so well, so you yell for them. Not to mention, Vietnamese is a tonal language, so the tone is very important to put through. They also have a different time zone, so it really can be tough to catch the calls. I find it really weird that people have to schedule calls with their family.
Okay, that's very good arguing point that I have never thought about. Whenever a German boyfriend asks why am I so loud, I was just like, because we are loud. But now I could have some good logical answer for that, I guess. Also, whoever wrote that, I'm not sure if you are Vietnamese, because our internet and mobile connection is really good in Vietnam. What do you mean it's bad?
Yeah.
We have like excellent mobile connection. You know what's bad? German mobile connection and internet.
That is actually kind of true.
In
Vietnam, you can be in the middle of nowhere in a sleeper bus and you just watch Netflix with your mobile data and nothing is No. That is really cultural shock. Very big cultural shock.
Yep.
Yeah, but the thing, like, Uyen also like speaks especially loud when she's calling with her dad because he has hearing problems.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, of course, like the background in Vietnam is also always a little bit louder.
But I don't know. It's just whenever I go back home, everybody speak loud, so I speak loud. And the thing is, like, over here, if I speak loud, people would complain, like, you shouldn't speak so loud. Like German boyfriend, whenever I speak loud, he said he had headache. And which is, I mean, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, sometimes it's hard to like understand that because I didn't try to speak loud. I didn't even realize I speak loud because for me that was normal volume, and sometimes I'm just getting excited, and when I'm getting excited and happy I'm being loud and he's just like, I'm having headache.
Yeah, because
it's kill the joy.
Because you're 10 centimeters away from me, like in bed, and you still scream.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need to face her face, although I don't really want to in the moment because I need to protect my ear by turning it away from her.
Oh yeah, sorry, I haven't finished my point yet. My point is that in Vietnam, like when we are loud, nobody complaining about it because everybody is loud. So like we didn't bother anyone with our loudness, and I guess that is why people are just passionate over there, I would say.
What do you think about the time zone part?
That the time different part?
Yeah. I remember that your parents didn't really get it in the first months when you were here.
Oh God, like the problem is when we go to sleep in Germany, my parents woke up, right? So for them, it's the morning, and sometimes they just call me. And you know, when you received a call at like 4 in the morning, you freak out.
Yeah, that's true.
So one time my father called me at 4. I woke up and was like, what happened? What happened? And he said, what is my Facebook password? Anyway, the time difference sucks. Like when I live in Vietnam and we're doing long distance, it was horrible. I mean, not that bad for me because, I mean, for the evening when I'm home, German boyfriend still have time for me anyway. It's bad for him because he's spending his whole evening alone because I'm sleeping.
No, well,
right?
It's sometimes depended. Like it could have been way worse. Like for a while, Uyen thought about moving to her sister to Australia for a while, and that would have been like devastating.
I am so glad I didn't end up going to Australia.
The thing is, like our time difference was okay. We became a couple in July. And then we met again in October. And then I needed to confess her that our time changed. So we would have 6 hours of time difference than 5. And that really, like, she didn't understand why someone is doing that. And it also was, like way more suck because it was less time we could spend with each other.
Yeah, I still don't understand how time changing works.
I just remember that like we basically started calling, like for my time, it was like at 5, always around 5. Then it was like 10 at Uyen's time. Then at one point she got sleepy and then I went on with my evening routine and did stuff for my job or something. But it was always a bit weird.
Yeah.
But the nice thing was always like usually before I go to sleep, I would send her some texts or voice messages or something that she can read in the morning. And then when I wake up in the morning, she was answering mine and was sending me some voice messages or texts.
Those little rituals keep us alive during those times. We should definitely make a podcast about long distance because I have so much to say about it. Long story short, it is super tough. We did it and we made it, but oh my gosh, it is tough. But I think it's also going to be a fun podcast to talk about.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that you guys have a lot of interesting stories about that.
Yeah, if you have story about long distance, let us know. Let us read that.
Where do they need to post that, by the way?
On culturecuddle.com, bitte.
Danke. Bourbon123 wrote, "Me and my wife speak English at home. And although we both write in English for work, we are both far from natives in terms of pronunciation. I am Southern European, she is Southern Asian, and you can clearly say it. Speaking at home English since 10 years, I became more confident and relaxed while speaking English, but my English did not become better at all. If anything, I now do pronunciation mistakes from both sides."
I can completely relate to that because me and German boyfriend are also not English speaker, and we were kind of doing fine until we meet friends who are actually English native speaker.
Or English teacher.
Yeah, and they were like, what did you guys do together? Like when you first met each other, your English was okay. And after 7 years, it's getting way worse. Yeah.
Like for a while, we lived together with Uyen's best friend. He's Italian, but he's an English teacher. And
he's not even an English native speaker. He's criticizing us like crazy.
But like, whenever Uyen said like, "Can you give me a dish, please?" he asked, "You mean a plate?" But Uyen still until this day calls a plate a dish. And I think I just adapt to that.
Yeah. And the thing with language is that because we live together and it's just two of us, we just kind of came up with our own language and then we just do it and it worked. So like one time I even made a video about that, like with the tongue when you use to like take food out of the oven. I don't even know how to call it. So I call it the k. And German boyfriend understand that. And nowadays we still call it the k.
I think what he mentions here, like pronunciation mistakes, I think we don't even notice them.
I'm pretty sure my English is like so bad now because it mixed between German, English, and Vietnamese. And the thing is, German boyfriend understand me 100%. So I don't really see the need to improve it. Also, I don't remember the last time I talked with an English native speaker anymore. Around me are like German who speak good English, but also not perfect, right? And so basically, I just don't really have like experience. So we're just trying to communicate with each other.
I feel like that is a general phenomenon, like that people who are not mother tongues seem to understand each other way better than when you're talking with mother tongue people. Like when I was backpacking the first time in Vietnam, I did a cruise on Halong Bay, and there were just like American and British couples and one couple from Sweden and me. And the Swedish couple and me, we were just sitting between the native speakers, and we're like, we wanted to say something too, but we first needed to build the sentences and think about what they're actually saying. Like we really had no chance.
I want to say something. The thing is, when we talk with like people who's not native speaker, I'm very confident. I know that they don't speak English as their mother tongue, and it's fine for me. But once I know that they are native speaker, I get so stressed and self-conscious because like I feel like they know my mistake, and they would feel super weird when I say that, and I feel like they cannot even understand me. But so whenever I see a native speaker, I just couldn't speak anymore.
I even have some words that I always use like as if they're meaning the opposite. Like I had a hard time, like that was still before 2016. Luckily I noticed before, but I always confused awful and awesome. And these are just not the right words to confuse with each other.
I have a good story about this. So let me tell it, honey. Let me tell it. So German boyfriend thought for forever that self-conscious means self-confident. So whenever he want to give someone a compliment, like, wow, you're so confident, he would say like, oh, wow, you're so self-conscious. And he has been saying that for years. So last week we were walking together, and then I said, I feel so self-conscious about something, maybe my voice or something. And then he said, sweetie, but self-conscious is a good word. It's a positive word. And I was like, is it? No, it's not. And he's like, sweetie, I'm 100% sure it is. And he gaslighted me to the point I was like, did I use self-conscious wrong all the time? I thought self-conscious is something negative. And also because I'm not a native speaker, I completely believe him. And then we have to Google it, and turned out I was right. And German boyfriend was really shocked.
Yeah. I wish I could say, it was the only time that happened, but no.
Yeah. But the most important thing is that we understand each other, honey.
Yeah, that's true. Uyen met me when she went to the lake to practice English with foreigners by talking to them. And the impression was like there were three people. One had a very low grade of speaking English, the other one pretty high, and Uyen was kind of in between. But Uyen just dared to talk like all the time.
Yeah.
Like she was just like outgoing, and like the sentences were not grammatically perfect, but I understood her super well. And, and it was like the best part talking.
You know why I was so self-confident and outgoing? Because I know you're not a native speaker. So
I mean self-conscious?
Yep. So I just talk.
So bind.8532 wrote, last time when I was invited to eat at my neighbor's house with the entire neighborhood there, it was just non-stop complaining. Complaining is the favorite pastime of the Germans. As a Korean American, I can be very emotionally exuberant and expressive, especially when it comes to food. When I'm eating something tasty, I make all kinds of sounds of enjoyment. I have tried really hard over the years to control annoying smacking, slurping sounds, but I cannot be 100% silent. Meanwhile, pinprick silence from my German family members. I have to ask my husband if dinner is tasty all the time, because I literally cannot tell, and sometimes I think he hates it.
Okay, so I have a confession to make. Before meeting my boyfriend, I kind of chew with my mouth open sometimes. And I make noise when I chew too. Because when I was in Vietnam, my parents didn't really being very strict with that. Like you have to close your mouth when you're eating. And many people in Vietnam, I'm not saying everybody, a lot of people close their mouth when eating, but many people I met just open their mouth when eating. So I'm kind of getting used to it. And I make all kinds of noise, like slurping noodles and things like that. And it was after I met German boyfriend, and then he was like, sweetie, close your mouth when you're eating. Sweetie, do not eat like a, I don't know, T-Rex or something.
Did I actually say that?
You teach me like a father, honey.
Okay.
And after that, after some time, he taught me, and now I don't make noise that much anymore. Like if I don't meet German boyfriend properly, I would never have a problem with like chewing mouth open. But now when I go back to Vietnam, I started to notice people chewing with mouth open, and now I want to tell them to close their mouth. And I was like, I shouldn't be like that. Like if they want to open their mouth and they feel comfortable, it's okay. The second point is that I feel like my life in Vietnam, they are just more color, more emotional, and more things happening, overwhelming my head and my brain. Over here, there are less color and emotional stuff happening. Life is simpler and sometimes a bit more boring, but not in a sad way. But because like you guys don't have that big emotion and things like that. So that is how life feel like that to me over here.
You really, you don't speak about the complaining part, because I think that person is a great observer, because like that is our national sport here, complaining.
You can talk about that. I think I talk
We are
about that.
talking about it right now.
So you can talk about that. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I always say like British people are doing small talk about the weather. Germans do small talk by complaining about the weather.
The thing,
or something randomly else, but mostly about the weather.
The thing about Germans is that I don't even think that they complain a lot anymore. I'm fine with them complaining because it's not that much, like people said, finally.
Okay.
But they don't give enough compliment, and it's killing me. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. You have to work so hard for them to show an ounce of appreciation. People in Vietnam tends to be very nice with each other in public, like or like social setting. They would like, oh, your dress looks so nice, your food is so good, your house is so beautiful, your son, your daughter is like so successful. Things like that. They would like give those kind of small talk compliments. But like over here, it's impossible to get a compliment from a German. You have to work so hard for it. Oh, now I just learned that when I want a compliment, I told German boyfriend to just give it to me straight. Like, look at my dress, give me a compliment about that. And he is so bad at giving compliment too, by the way. I'm just saying, like, if you want me to compliment you, like, sweetie, give me a compliment about my personality or something. I would be like, you are such a great person because today you did that, the other day you did this, and you make me feel like this. When I ask him to give me a compliment, he's like, you're great, sweetie, you're great. I'm proud of you. Like, no skill of giving compliment at all, honey. You should learn. You should improve that, honey.
Maybe I can go to a workshop or something.
Yeah.
So, the next one. From Annie Benz. I hope I'm pronouncing you right, because you say you're Greek and that doesn't sound Greek to me. I am Greek, so I show my excitement very clearly, with a literal spring in my step. My partner is half Dutch, half British, and he always complains that I ask him too many times if he's having a good time, while he's clearly having a good time, like not complaining, not looking miserable, and using phrases like pretty decent, not bad, and could be worse. Can you anyhow relate to that?
Oh my God. This is going to be one of my shots for the future. This is idea go, what the hell? This is my boyfriend. Oh my God. You know, whenever I bring him to a social meeting or something, he looks so miserable. Like when I bring him back to Vietnam to meet my family, my mom was so worried. She thought like what's happening to him or something, because all the time he looked...
Not all the time, but sometimes.
He looked like someone just punched him. But that was just his normal face.
No, like there I was even actually suffering, because we're talking about a day with 90% humidity. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was really suffering.
Yeah,
on that
but like
day.
this is super true, because German boyfriend, like for Vietnamese, when we are happy, everybody knows it. We start being loud. We start like, I don't know, waving around. We cannot control our head anymore and things like that. But for German, they are so like serious. It's hard to, like, even when they are super happy. Oh yeah, I have a story. We were watching the Euro, what is it called? Euro 2024, like the football tournament with a bunch of German. And even when Germany scored, they were like, yes.
But,
They're so calm.
But-
when if Vietnamese was there in the room and then their country score, they're gonna bring like all of their pot and pan and everything, and they're gonna make noise and they're gonna scream and things like that. Okay, now you can speak.
but that's not fair, because that was the game. Like we scored one first goal and we were actually getting loud, but then it was, how do you call it in English? Offside.
Yeah.
So we didn't get the score. And then we were all like, and with all of the other goals, we were first like, okay, let the word referee check first.
Yeah. Okay, but here you see the problem. Like for us Vietnamese, we wouldn't care. We would just like enjoy the moment. We would just scream first, and then we're gonna yell later.
Curse.
And it's okay. But like they were so careful. They were so certain. They have to wait until it's like super sure. And then the thing is like, when
but
they
Germans
confirm,
don't like that. Like we don't like to be happy, and then at the end there was no reason to be happy.
yeah.
I also have the problem that I'm pretty sensitive to light. So in the summer, when I don't have my sunglasses with me, I, how do you say, clinch my eyes a lot. Like I close them.
You squint it.
Squint it?
Maybe.
Okay. I close them very tight.
Yeah.
So that there's just few light coming inside, and like, yeah, then my forehead wrinkles and everything, and I look very concerned, halfway grumpy. And in Vietnam, I really intimidated several people by that already.
But the thing is, honey, like I think compared to other German I met, you kind of have a very chill and lovely face. Most of your friends look like they will want to punch me, although they don't want to. Like, like German boyfriend, sadly, you guys cannot see his face, but he's look pretty chill and lovely, actually, for a German.
You just need to imagine.
Yeah, but like many Germans I see, I don't know, they just look so stone and stoic. The thing with me is when I meet people, if someone look happy when they see me, I think they like me. If someone look grumpy when they see me, I think they have a problem with me. But and that kind of attitude will not get you far in Germany, because everybody is looking grumpy here, and they are not grumpy with you. It's just how they look like.
Yeah, it's just a resting face.
Yeah. And by the way, come back to the comment. I find it's very cute when she's happy and the springing on her feet. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
That's very cute.
So maybe we should go to Greek.
I have never seen a German springing on their feet when they're happy.
So the next comment is from Meta Körner Vollrad 9879. I once lived in Thailand for a while, but 40 years ago. And if I wanted to watch a US film in the original language, you could listen to it from the radio on a special station. My parents bought me headphones so I could watch foreign films. Was there something like that in Vietnam too?
Okay.
Like that you get another audio by listening to the radio? And then you turn the video on and listen to it?
I have never heard about it. I was laughing because I thought that he mentioned about the fact that when he watch a foreign movie in Thailand, they would have one person to dub everything, because that's what people in Vietnam do. And
really?
Yep. Okay, so I have nothing to do with that comment, but like dubbing in Vietnam, if you want to watch a foreign movie, there would be one person reading everything in a monotone voice. They don't like, they will be like, how did you kill him? You kill him? He died already? I'm devastating. Like one person reading the whole thing. And
not even creating different characters?
No, they read it, honey. And they still keep the original voice too. So like they just read on it.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it was like a mess. Like I can hear that. And the thing is like the voice of the person who reading is the loudest, right? So all of the music is gone. Like the music that the music voice effect is still there, but it's super low. And then just that person read like that. And that is how we watch foreign movie in Vietnam.
Yeah, I understand that you don't want to watch a dub movie.
But yeah, Germany is super famous for dubbing everything, and they have a lot of good dubber. Is that how they call it? Like artists who making the voice, and they work super hard for it. Very professional, I would say. I don't know much about it because I don't watch German dubbed. I would rather watch movie in original language with the sub under it. That's how young people in Vietnam consume everything. Like we watch subs for everything. So I have trained my eyes so that I can watch what's happening on the movie and read the subtitle.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that at all.
But it's super sad, honey, because like especially for Japanese anime, their artists do such a good job with like voiceover.
I believe you.
And then you just like, I don't know, watch another dub out of it. Oh, it's so sad. It's like,
yeah, but like especially you guys with your tonal languages, like, I mean, of course they're doing a good job, but I won't understand that anyway. Like I hear maybe the passion and emotion that they have in that moment, but I cannot really understand it.
Oh, I understand because your eyes are just not trained. You cannot read the subtitle. So what can I say?
I really want to emphasize one more time that German voice actors are also really doing a good job. Like they're even writing the whole dialogues new with using synonyms that fit better with the movements of their lips and everything. Of course, you can still see that it's not like synced, but it really fits way better than if they wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I just hate dubbing with passion, honey. Like not just German dubbing in general, I hate it with passion. No matter how much of a good job they do, I still feel like it is 100 times worse than the normal original audio. They cannot convey the emotion, what's happening there, the raw thingy thing that is going on there. I really hate listening to the dub. When we went to Korea, and German boyfriend was so shocked by how much Korean that I know, and I kind of understand Korean for like 10% of what they are saying. It's all thanks to me watching too many Korean drama in the original language with subtitle. I'm pretty sure when we go to Japan, I would understand like at least a little bit of Japanese. And then you're going to be shocked by how good I am just because I was consuming too many content.
I will be very happy about that.
See? Okay, move on, please.
So, guys, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, it's so late in the evening. I think I'm going to sleep now.
Okay. The problem is it's like 30 degrees today.
Oh my God, it is so hot in Germany already. Why? Like last week it was still super cold and I have to wear a jacket. No, yesterday it was cold and today it's burning. Like in Vietnam, at least our weather is consistent. It's hot like crazy. So we have to, you know what to expect.
And here Uyen demonstrates that she's very well integrated already by complaining about the weather. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too windy, it's too dry. No, don't know. We will find a way.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it.
I hope you subscribed already.
Oh, yeah. Subscribe, please.
Yeah, and if you like it, please tell your friends. If you don't like it,
keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Then we're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Very sorry. But yeah, if you like it, then please subscribe.
And
if you want us to read your comment and your experience, then please go to culturecuddles.com and leave us your story.
Good. So thank you and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.